Grande Courbe. Your approach to this fearsomely fast sweeping left-hander should be tight up against the hoardings and Armco on the right-hand side of the track. It's a blind entry and you'll be doing about 135 miles an hour in 5th gear as you turn in hard left, just before the marshal's post. Clip the thin strip of grasscrete on the apex and straighten the car up, aiming for the centre of the track for a safe entry into Estoril. Estoril is an extremely difficult corner to get right. There are several possible lines through this long sweeping right-hander, but the one favoured by most of the drivers helps you avoid the pitfalls, i.e. running wide to the left, hitting the marbles and sliding off the track into the gravel trap. Drop down to 3rd gear, entering from the centre of the track, balance the car on the throttle and carry about 75 to 80 miles per hour through until after the apex. As you enter the middle part of the corner, stay quite close to the right side, then begin to allow the car to drift slightly towards the centre of the track again. Don't let the car move too far to the left, as there is a great deal of marble build-up over the course of the race weekend, as the tyres take some punishment in this turn. As the corner begins to tighten, feed the power in gently, as understeer is common here. Get on the power too hard too early for the exit, and the front of your car can understeer wide over the left side exit curbing onto the gravel. Grab 4th, using as much of the left side curb as you can get away with, and accelerate hard towards Adelaide. Adelaide is a tight right-hand hairpin and represents the best overtaking opportunity on the circuit. As you approach Adelaide, you'll be doing about 165 miles per hour in a GT car. You should brake very hard from the 150 metre boards and drop all the way down the gearbox to 2nd or even 1st gear. Turn in sharply and use lots of curbing on the right at the apex. These curbs are quite serrated and will unsettle the car, but you won't be travelling fast enough for it to represent too much of a challenge, and a well-sprung car can negotiate the curbs quite readily. Feed the power in progressively as you exit the corner, short shifting to 3rd gear to give you the most traction. Nürburgring is an extremely fast right-left chicane which is taken in 4th gear at about 115 miles per hour. You'll be doing about 140 miles per hour in 5th gear on your approach. About 70 metres out, drop down to 4th gear, turn in right, flashing past the apex, but do not take much right side curb as this will unsettle the car. As you swiftly change direction left, this time attack the curbing and grasscrete at the apex. As the car straightens up, accelerate hard, grabbing 5th towards 180. As its name suggests, this hairpin is a tight 180-degree left-hander. Most drivers suggest that this corner be taken in 2nd gear at about 55 miles per hour. On the approach, stay over to the right, brake hard attempting to straighten the braking line as much as you can about 100 metres out. You will need to continue to brake progressively, being careful not to lock up. This will move the weight forward, improving the traction at the front to help you steer in steadily towards the left side apex. Once through the apex, short shift to 3rd gear, feeding in the power carefully, and move over to the right-hand curbing which you can take full advantage of if you are travelling roughly in a straight line, and then accelerate hard towards Imola. The Imola chicane is breathtaking. Entry is blind, fast, and your line is absolutely critical. You'll be doing about 140 miles per hour in 5th gear. Hit the brakes and drop down to 4th gear at about 80 metres out. Hard right, clip the curbing, and then as you change direction in the middle of the chicane, drop down to 3rd and attack the curbing and grasscrete at the apex on the left. At the exit, short shift to 4th and get the car back to the left as quickly as you can to prepare for Château d'Eau. Château d'Eau is a slow right-hand corner taken in 2nd gear. Use as much of the track and curb on the left as you can get away with, as this will give you the straightest line through the corner. Brake hard at about 75 metres out, use the curb on the left and turn in sharply, taking about 60 miles an hour through the apex. Again, use the curbing on the right at the apex, but the curb is reasonably high and you will need to allow the car to settle before getting on the power as you begin to exit the corner. Short shift to 3rd, using the left side exit curbing, accelerate down towards the Complexe du Lycée. Complexe du Lycée. You approach the first part of the Lycée at about 140 miles per hour in 5th gear. Brake at 150 metres out and drop down to 2nd gear. Aim for the curbing on the right at the apex and carry about 65 miles an hour through here. The curbs in this 3-turn complex have 2-stage profile. You can use the edge of the curbs, but the inner part is extremely high and will punish your car and your line. The trick is to judge the optimum amount of curb you can abuse before getting the wheels up onto the higher inner sections. Short shift to third, move out to the left-hand side and prepare to turn into the tight right-left chicane section. Take some curb on the right and left. Again being careful not to take too much as this can unsettle the car and cause a spin. Once the car has settled on the exit, floor the throttle down the start-finish straight.